In this module, we will discover the ways that dogs see, hear, and smell, and how their perception of the world differs from our own. Understanding the way dogs perceive the world allows us insight into dog behavior. We can use this knowledge to understand dog behavior problems and to design creative ways of training and interacting with dogs. By the end of this module, students will 1. State what structures are important to perception, 2. Describe a dog's color vision and visual acuity, 3. Recall a dog's olfactory abilities, and 4. Explain a dog's hearing abilities. Learning activities. Required reading, Budiansky Chapter 5. Required videos in module content located in the description box, and the module reading quiz. Dog sensation and perception. Perception is influenced by the structures responsible for sensation detection, such as the visual receptors that absorb color and light, the olfactory receptors in the nose that take in scent molecules, and the ear structures that absorb sound waves. But without the brain areas dedicated to interpreting those sensory signals, perception would not be possible. The image above represents the fact that perception is a combination of sensory cells and the brain space dedicated to signal interpretation. The image on the right is called a sensory homunculus. This image reflects the relative space human body parts occupy on the somatosensory cortex of the brain. Our lips and hands have more sensory neurons in the brain and so are represented as much larger in the homunculus image. The left picture is a cortical homunculus, which depicts the relative brain space of each human body part. There is no homunculus of canine perception that I'm aware of. In general, the more sensory cells and the more brain area dedicated to a sensation, the stronger that sensation will be. We will be learning about canine sensation and how it compares to our own. Dog perception and color vision. Dogs have a limited area of depth perception than humans. Because of the location of their eyes towards the side of their heads, they have slightly more peripheral vision. However, they are unable to see depth using the majority of it. For example, humans can perceive depth even if they're periphery, but dogs can only perceive depth in the center, most field of vision. This may explain why dogs sometimes seem clumsy. They are unable to tell how far away the wall is unless they are looking directly at it. Depth perception and color vision. Dog color vision is almost limited in comparison to humans. A common misconception is that dogs are unable to see any color that they view in the world is black, white, and gray. While this isn't totally correct, it's not far from the truth. Dogs are dichromatic, meaning they have 2 types of color sensory cones, while humans have 3, trichromatic. Human color cones correspond to red, yellow, and blue, the primary colors. Dogs' cones respond to yellow, green, and violet. This means that to dogs, red looks grayish and blue-green appears white. Depth perception and color vision. Here are some examples of what humans would see compared to how a dog would perceive the same image. Visual acuity. Not only do dogs see less color than humans, their visual acuity is about 6 times worse. A normal human's vision is 20/20, meaning that they need to be 20 feet away to see an object that a normal-sighted person can see at 20 feet away. Dogs, on the other hand, have about a 20/75 visual acuity. This means that what a normal-sighted human can see from 75 feet away, a dog must be 20 feet away to see it clearly. Some have described a dog's vision acuity as smearing a screen door with Vaseline and trying to see through it. As bad as this sounds, dogs are more sensitive to moving objects. If the same object that is 75 feet away is moving, the dog will be able to detect it from that distance. Dogs can recognize an object that is moving twice as well as when the same object is stationary. Dogs also have better night vision than humans. This is due to the fact that they have more rods, which are the sensory organs in the eyes that absorb light. The tapetum lucidum is the structure in a dog's eyes where rods are concentrated. This is also the reason that a dog's eyes glow at night. Hearing. Dogs surpass human ability to hear sounds. Human can hear frequencies of up to 20 kilohertz, whereas dogs can hear up to 40 to 65 kilohertz. This ability to hear higher pitched sounds have an evolutionary advantage for dogs. Many prey make high-pitched noises. This ability to detect high-frequency sounds compensates for defects in visual acuity when a dog is hunting for prey. Take this hearing test to see where you fall. Olfaction. Smell. As most people know, dogs have a superior sense of olfaction to humans, much more sensitive than ours. Dogs have about 20 times as many olfactory receptor cells as humans. Humans have about 6 million, while dogs have up to 200 to 300 million. A dog's sense of smell is their primary sense. They use their sense of smell like humans use vision. They rely on it most.